Welcome to Vision, a series of visits to almost everywhere. I'm your host and fellow traveler, Herb Malsman. Actually, it's a series of visits with people of interest. And I'm in the city right now, right across from City Hall, the park right off of City Hall. And the cherry blossoms are out. And I'm spending a few days kind of walking around the city looking for pigeon feeders and squirrel feeders. And right now, I found my first pigeon feeder in the park here. What is your name?
Ronald, you're feeding the pigeons right now. What you feeding? They seem to be. Well, they like the salt and stuff, salty things. They go crazy after the salty pretzels and stuff,
Right.
See squirrels, and then I give squirrels. They go crazy after sunflower seeds.
Right.
But mostly you get pigeons. Mostly, I'd say a sparrow, give them parakeet food or something like that.
Right.
Feed,
Right.
The feed.
Ronald, do you share the pretzel, or do you just buy the pretzel for the pigeons? Do you eat some of the pretzel yourself?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay. Do you come here every day to feed the pigeons? Are you here pretty much every day?
No, once in a blue moon I come.
Where else do you go to feed the pigeons? This is something. Do you do it pretty much on a daily basis?
You can't feed them. You can't. They have this special. They're very, they're very sensitive creatures. You can't overfeed them, because their body's not going to materialize like that.
Right.
That's what's supposed to say.
Right. So the pigeons eat the salty stuff. What else would you be feeding them? Right now you picked up a pretzel, I guess, at a stand along the street.
No, but I don't really feed them at all. I leave them alone, I let them go out for food, scavenger together.
Right. Do they kind of tell people in New York City not to feed pigeons and squirrels?
They're very sensitive. Yes, they can easily, if they're overfed, they can easily, they won't be able to fly, though.
Right.
Go somewhere and
What if a cop comes by? Is there a city ordinance that you should be feeding pigeons?
No, I shouldn't. No.
The city
I don't feed them. They just come up to me. If I drop a feed or something, they come and I get shocked. I say, I better watch around. Yeah, pigeons. Yeah.
So in other words, you were just sitting over here. The pigeons came over. You had your pretzel.
And I was eating it, so I dropped the crumb. I said, let me give it to them. They started eating. I don't feed them at all.
Right.
Only once, I'd say in a year.
Right. But
if I drop a crumb, they come over me.
But you look like you were having fun doing it. It's almost like you were chatting with them a little bit. Not don't take too much. It's kind of like you had them on a bit of a diet there. You were kind of advising them.
I don't advise them to eat that. No.
Or you don't advise them not.
They won't be able to fly. They won't be able to fly.
Right.
They won't be able to fly. It's like, I don't know. It's a very tasty treat for them. They'll try it, but their body metabolism, they won't be able to fly. They're overfed,
Are you a New Yorker, born and raised?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
East side of Manhattan.
What?
East side of Manhattan.
East side of Manhattan. Okay, so then it looks like you got a pretty big chunk of.
I dropped it. I didn't want to pick it up. I should have picked it up and put it in the garbage.
Well. I see some sparrows coming.
Did you ever feed feeders?
Not really. Not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a pigeon feeder. The sparrow's really getting into it, and the pigeon is coming up. It's kind of almost like it wants to trot off with it.
I feel guilty.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the metabolism is different. I'll be able to fly again.
Yeah, they'll be okay, huh?
Yeah, I guess I will. Yeah. Only once in a blue moon. No, other people don't feed them. I don't.
Right.
Well, some people feed them, but they take a chance, The birds take a chance.
It's really been good talking with you. You're the first pigeon feeder I've seen, so it kind of inspires me to look for more. And again, what should you feed? What about sparrows? What's the best way? I'm not sparrows, but squirrels. What's the best way to go with squirrels? What kind of food is best for them?
I guess regular tree food. No, I don't know what. No, squirrel I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what they eat.
Right. Ronald.
Maybe a vegetarian. They're not vegetarians. I don't know.
Right. Ronald, thank you very much. You're one of nature's noblemen, feeding pigeons. So that's a noble thing you're doing.
Yeah, I guess so. No, but I guess I guess a chance it,
Right.
Yeah.
Good. It was really good talking to you. Have a really great day, and spring will come around eventually.
Great, I hope. Now spring is here. Yeah, pretty soon the sun will be setting.
Yeah.
It's over here in the west over here.
Yeah.
Setting up.
It's been a little chilly.
As soon as it goes down there, it'll be cleared. Skies will clear up. It's right now, cloudy and stuff.
You're looking for warmer weather soon?
What time? Is it right around that time, right?
Yeah, but it's a little chilly today. Ronald, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, dear.
Thank you. You're listening to Visions, a series of visits with people of interest. We're right at the Jacob Ray Mould Fountain. The original fountain was designed by noted architect Jacob Ray Mould. It was placed in front of City Hall 1871, 200 feet northeast of its present location. The fountain remained there until 1920 when it was disassembled and shipped to Crotona Park in the Bronx. In 1999, the granite base of the fountain was returned to City Hall Park. Replicas of the centerpiece, ornate bronze candelabra, and flickering gas lamp were crafted from Mould's, M-O-U-L-D's, original designs as part of the park's restoration. So here's where I found Ronald today, at the Jacob Ray, W-R-E-Y, Mould, M-O-U-L-D, fountain. Thank you. Let's shut tape. I am doing tape today. Let's shut tape. We're now outside. We're outside of Starbucks at Murray Street and Church Street, and Starbucks right now. I just happen to be looking at my Facebook page today. Again, this is April 22nd, 2011. It's Earth Day. And on Earth Day, Starbucks, folks, by the time you hear it, it's over. So I guess perhaps Earth Day 2012, they'll do it again. But right now, you bring in a travel mug. You bring in your own travel mug, or you can buy one there, 20% off. And you walk in there with this travel mug, and of all things, a miracle is miraculous as it may seem, Starbucks is giving anybody with a travel mug, either buying one there at a discount or bringing in your own. They're just filling it up coffee. You can't get the lattes and all that, but you can get the regular coffee. I'm going to go for the half calf. And I stopped at there seems to be Starbucks everywhere in this area. One near J&R Music, on a little further east from here, about 3 blocks east from there, and then there's one on Chambers and West Broadway. That's the one I wanted to do an interview in, because the Starbucks on Chambers and West Broadway at one time was a Greek restaurant. Then the Greek restaurant closed down, and then it became a hot dog stand, Steve's Corner. And I worked at both, one as a waiter and one dishing out hot dogs at Steve's Corner. Now it's a Starbucks. There are 4 or 5 in the immediate area right now. And I went into the one on Chambers Street to want to do an interview with the supervisor. No, they don't do interviews. And then I tried this place on Murray Street and Church Street. No, we don't do interviews. We're not allowed to do in-store interviews. Then I figured, okay, let me kind of stand there and capture some of the aroma and the ambience of the Starbucks coffee shop here. No, you can't do anything inside. So I said, okay, how about I stand outside? How about I stand outside and do a piece about Starbucks, the promotion? Because I really didn't want to. I wanted to give him sort of like a little boost, because you don't get a lot of free coffee. I mean, that's it. It's all day. Just walking with your travel mug and Starbucks coffee. They're celebrating their 40th anniversary. It sounds like a commercial, what it isn't. But I really didn't want to help them celebrate and kind of give them the props for this Earth Day thing. And I guess it has to do with not using paper products. I guess you can't. I try to work in with a friend of mine who's not on Facebook. A friend of mine. I said, Jack, we got to have coffee. I was coming here from Brooklyn anyway to have a cup of coffee. I said, Jack, I'm going to buy you a cup of coffee. Well, he didn't have a travel mug, so I brought a cardboard container, coffee container from home, or where I'm staying in Brooklyn into Manhattan. I brought it in and think, okay, no, you have to, it's got to be recyclable. It's got to be one of these deals. It's got to be a plastic kind of thing, or a stainless travel mug. It can't be anything that's not recyclable. Or you could buy a container here, either travel mug, or somehow use one of their containers, which is biodegradable, recyclable. So that was the deal. So I'm about to go inside now and get my, don't tell anybody, my second cup of Starbucks today. I've got my travel mug. I'm about to go in. Here's to you, and to 40 years together. I'm about to go to Starbucks now. I think I can probably get, I think if I'm quiet and just walk up to the counter and not say anything and not do anything, I think if I just walk up to the counter, I'll be able to just kind of, and then I'll order, and that'll be it. So I'm going to keep quiet till I get in there, go to the counter, give them my travel mug. I'm going to get my travel mug out right now with my belt. I'm doing this. Okay, we'll turn this into something anyway. Let me open up my jacket to get the travel mug out, so I'm not preoccupied. There, I'm going to get it right now. My mug is out right now, and I'm about to walk in. It's a chilly day here in New York City, chilly, and the film festival, Tribeca Film Festival is going on, and I'm sure the weather is not helping. Okay, so I've got my travel mug now. I'm going to walk and hope I don't get shut down. So let me walk in, just get a little bit of the ambience. I'll go up to the counter, make the order, and then there won't be any interview. So I'll see if I can get away with that. Let's walk in. Okay, we're coming in. We're going to wait on the line. You can tell we're in Starbucks right now. And I've gotten up to the line, and here's where we're going to shut down. Okay, so, oh, do I move over here? Okay, so I'm moving here. I'm not doing an interview. I'm just walking up here to the counter. Okay, I'm going to enter here. You got to come around this little thing, and they're going to go up there, and everybody. And I'm going to shut it down as soon as I get up to the counter, because I don't want to get in trouble for this. Okay, so here it is. You're listening to Visions, a series of visits with people of interest, and here we are at Starbucks for the Earth Day free coffee. Let's jump to. Just an observation here. I didn't even bother asking Starbucks. We're at the third Starbucks. This is the first place I had my coffee today, the free Earth Day coffee. We're at Broadway and Park Place right there, right on the corner. And looking right at Theater Alley, right here, Pace University, Brooklyn Bridge. And we're on Beekman Street, actually, Beekman Street off Broadway, downtown. And waiting online to use the bathroom. I mean, you got a huge line here waiting to use the bathroom here. I don't know if it's a men's and ladies' room or a combination or unisex, but this is a huge line, and I thought it had something to do with the fact that they're giving away all this coffee today. You know, it's going to generate more for the bathroom, and we're just waiting online. I mean, it must be a good movie in there. And so I'm kind of standing over here, and I just asked one of the baristas, is this because of the free coffee? He says, no, this is normally a line. So there's a huge line at Starbucks coffee, and I guess that kind of follows suit with coffee, decaf and all that. So that's what's happening over here. Somebody's got a cappuccino, and so that's what's going on over here. I shouldn't be doing this inside Starbucks, I know that, but it looks like it's a men. I think it's a men and women. So it's a one bathroom, serves all. So that's the story. So okay, that's it. You're listening to Visions, a series of visits with people of interest. This is part of New York City Visions. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I was looking for pigeon feeders and squirrel feeders, so it's free eats. So it's free eat and free drink today. So the pigeons had some pretzel, whatever the squirrels are having today, and everybody's enjoying, not everybody, but all us Facebook folks are enjoying a free coffee today. Just bring your own travel mug. And again, it's April 22nd, 2011. We're in New York City, downtown, and not far from Brooklyn Bridge, which I've walked many times as a young guy, teenager. So let's a short take before Mr. Starbucks shows up and gets me thrown in the lockup. Let's short take. Back on the edge for just a moment, and still on the line, the bathroom line. We're with Shelley Bloom, and Shelley is standing behind me. She's right behind me, but we've made a deal. I would get to speak to her, and I would give her my place online. So that's what's happening. Shelley, what do you think?
This is crazy. I'm just amazed at how many people are here today. I usually do come to this Starbucks, but this is the bathroom line is horrendous. I mean, I'm gonna take a picture of this just for Facebook.
Did you take a picture just now?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So you're on Facebook. Again, your name is Shelley?
Shelley Bloom.
Shelley Bloom. I'm going to look you up on Facebook.
Okay,
Did you come here for the coffee today, or you were just here anyway?
Honestly, I come more so to relax and get online and do some online work.
Well, but did you know about the Facebook coffee today?
No, I honestly didn't. I had no idea.
Do you have a travel mug with you?
No, I have a Starbucks mug. I had some tea a little earlier.